All right, we are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the third video in a row. This is the third comic I've gotten in the past 3 days. Last one probably for a little while, but you never know what happens around the corner. I talked about this a couple of days ago, and looking forward to seeing that the comic, hopefully inside the envelope, is okay. It looks like it should be, but you never know. I made a deal with this person for this comic. This is why I always tell people to communicate with sellers, and that's something I did. They just didn't listen as far as shipping it is concerned. But this comic, I saw it as a newly listed comic, and they had it for sale for $1,500. No best offer, no nothing. So I contacted them. We went back and forth a little bit. They relisted the auction and allowed me to purchase it for $700. Then you add the taxes and the shipping cost, and it came out to a total of $755.89 for this book. It's not a 9.8, it's a modern key. It does have a little bit of a scuffing on the back, so it'll probably be a 9.2 to 9.4, maybe a 9.6. And that's why I wanted to make sure that I got a discount on this. And I actually emailed them before they sent it out, asking them, could you please send it in a box, and gave all the explanations. They sent it in a envelope anyway. And their reasoning was, you know, they have done it in the past and it should be okay. And they did a signature verification, which I'm glad I was home at the time, because I've had packages delivered that was supposed to be signature verified, and if I wasn't home or if I didn't get to the door fast enough, they would just leave it on the front step without any signature. So luckily I was there at the time that the postal worker came today. Otherwise that could have been a possibility, or they could have taken it back to the post office where it could have potentially gotten damaged. But at least they did not put it into my mailbox and fold it in half, because I would have been disappointed. Not that I would be losing any money, because if it got damaged, I'd get my money back and they'd get a damaged comic back. But I didn't want to miss out on this opportunity. So before I put on the video to show this, as you could see on the screen is my AI art. I tried to get a AI image of Venom trying to tear open an envelope, and it looks like instead he's just licking one. So, you know, that's AI art for you. But if you want to leave an opinion about what you think about my AI art and the thumbnails, please let me know in the comment section. I always love to hear your opinions. Also, if you see on the bottom of the screen, you'll see scrolling by. I'm still looking to try and make some trades, because, you know, losing all of my DJ jobs and being unemployed at the moment, which ironically kind of sucks in a way of, not that I'd even do it, but because I was my own boss who owned my own DJ business, I can't even apply for unemployment if I wanted to, but I wouldn't anyway. So financially, unless I sell more comics, I won't have any money coming in. So I'm trying to teach people there are always ways to get comics by using your brain, by using your imagination, not always your pocketbook. So there are books, as you could see scrolling by. These are comics I'm looking to try and acquire. I have a video that I did a couple of days ago showing all the graded comics that I am willing to trade for. And if I had to trade all of them to get one mega key, I would have no problem with that. So if anybody sees the books that I am looking to acquire and is interested, because some of the books I'm willing to trade are a Hulk 181, Avengers #1, Daredevil #1, Giant Size, X-Men #1, Amazing Spider-Man 14, Hulk 180, Strange Tales 110, Submariner from the Golden Age, issue #6, X-Men 94, and so on and so on. I'm willing to trade any and all, so if you're interested, check out that video and contact me. All right, so enough people are in, so we got Life is Good. Always good to see you here almost every time I do a video. Alex Estrada is here in the live chat as well. I encourage all people, even if you're not subscribed, come into the live chat and join in the conversation. So yes, this is a modern key. It is, it's not going to be a 9.8, but this is what they mailed it in, even though I specifically asked them to please put it in a box. It doesn't look damaged, although there is like a crease line here and a crease line here, so hopefully that's just on the envelope and not the actual comic. It doesn't look like it was bent at all, but we'll see. They did at least listen to what I wrote. I told them to write "do not bend," so they did that on the front, and they wrote that several times on the back. So at least they did that part. And that's why I say, if you communicate with, anyone online, just because you tell them doesn't mean they'll do it. But hey, just writing the "do not bend" could have been enough to keep this from getting damaged, knock on wood. But a person trying to save about $7 to $10 on shipment to potentially risk losing hundreds of dollars of value of a comic if it arrived damaged, to me is just crazy. So this falls under the category of the person did not listen to my request, and they may get away with it. You play Russian roulette, eventually you find the bullet. Doesn't matter if 99 out of 100 times you find an empty chamber, the game's over once you find the bullet. So they did put some cardboard, but, if they folded this or tried to fold this into my mailbox, it would have been destroyed. And, cardboard like this, especially, I always love when people put cardboard that has, the folding point. That gives no protection at all. And I guess you can't be a comic book investor without ever getting one of these. So if you've ever gotten a mailer especially of an expensive comic, in the mail instead of a box, put it in the comments section. Let me know your horror stories. Hopefully the comics didn't arrive damaged. And I'd love to hear your stories, but I've been there many a time. The manila envelope of death. All right, so they at least put it in let me just make sure it's, they put it in a top loader. I want to make sure it's not just, okay, so they also did put it in a bag and board. So luckily that's saved. It doesn't look like it was damaged at all, so, knock on wood. But again, it's playing Russian roulette, so if you're a seller of any comics, I would never recommend putting anything in an envelope. Again, if you've had that happen where you ordered something, even if it's not on eBay, and if you bought a comic anywhere and they sent it in one of the manila envelopes, put it in the comment section. All right, so like I said, this is a modern age key. I can't obviously show it because there's a backing board, but there is a little bit of scuffing. There's a black part of the book on the back. There's a little bit of scuffing, so I know it won't be a 9.8, but it could be between a 9.2 and a 9.6 depending. But when you see the, well, I'll show you, and we'll go from there. But originally this person had this. It was a newly listed comic auction. It wasn't an auction. It was just $1,500, buy it now. They didn't have best offer. I contacted them, sent a couple of emails. We went back and forth a little bit. They were willing to accept $700 for this book. So with shipping and taxes, it came out to $755.88. And here's the book. So you'll say, all right, well, why would you spend $700 on a not 9.8 Edge of Spider-Verse number 2? Well, we've got signed and sketched. Let me put the artists. Give me a second. I know it's Jason Latour and Robbie Rodriguez, I believe. I don't even have to look it up. So yeah, it's a sign and sketch by Jason Latour and a signature by Robbie Rodriguez and the great Stan Lee. So this was triple signed, and that was the reason why I wanted the book. I would have paid probably $300 to $400 if it was just these two signatures right here, even with the remark. But Stan Lee's signature on this book, if you look it up, it's about $1,000 to about $1,500 for a 9.6. And I think somebody had one listed for like over $1,000 that was ungraded. So for me, I wasn't going to spend $1,500 on this book. You know, there is no COA, although they did give me photographs, and I've seen all of these signatures before. The easiest way to verify them to the best of your ability is go on a website like eBay, look up, like, for example, a CGC signature witnessed graded comic with their signatures, and you could compare them. But I have so many signed books of his, and I have some with remarks like this, and I have several Stan Lee autographs. I can confidently say that these are all legit. Now, obviously, you know, nothing is guaranteed, and that's why I was explaining to the person, you know, I would be taking a chance getting these verified, which, of course, I will do. But I'm extremely confident that these are legit signatures. As a matter of fact, every single signed book I've ever purchased has always been verified to be not a forgery. So, again, if you know what you're doing, you do your research, you save yourself from those problems. It doesn't guarantee it, but it reduces the chance. So I would love to know what you think about this book. Chris, let me stop you right there. Chris is barf, not ugh. I have no idea what that means. But Harvey, thank you for posting. It's barf, not ugh. But, you know, whichever one works for you. So, Edge of Spider-Verse number 2, which is the first appearance of Ghost Spider, but we all know her as Spider-Gwen. Triple signed and a remark. So we got Jason Latour with his signature and remark, Robbie Rodriguez signature, and the late great Stan Lee. I paid $755.88 when all said and done. So I think taking basically $750 off their original asking price without there being a best offer shows that deals can be made, and don't make assumptions. Don't be afraid to ask, because the worst somebody can do is say no. And if you've seen in the last 3 videos, well, including this one, so the last 2 videos, I got some mega key books below their market value. Now, one of them was an auction, which was the one from yesterday, so if you haven't seen it, check it out. Which, ironically, Mighty Comics and Collectibles, he's a subscriber of mine, I'm a subscriber of his. He always does, and I actually look forward to it, so check it out if you haven't on his channel. So if he sees this, he could post a link in the comment section. But he always does the top most sold comics for the week. And the comic I bought yesterday was probably the best one on that list. And I paid it easily $300-400 under what its value is. And that was an auction. But the one before that, the Grail book, if you haven't seen that, check it out. I made a deal with that person as well. It was a newly listed book. They had it originally at $1,500. I got it down. I forgot the price with shipping and handling, but I know it was in the $750 range, somewhere around there. Oh, there he is. So there you go. Speak of the devil. Mighty Comics and Collectibles. What is this? You're here and you never leave a comment? What's up with that? I gotta give you a shout out for you to put a comment. So there you go. If you want to click on the link to his channel, he does that every week. So I thought that was ironic. It seems like every time I end up getting a book, I'll look on the video of his for the top 10 most sold comic books for that week, and there'll always be one on there that I've gotten. So somehow I have the premonition before those things happen. So it's not like I watch his video and go out and buy it. It's I bought it, and then I see his video, and it's on there. So here we go. So again, let me know what you think about this book. Again, it's probably between a 9.2 and a 9.6. Oh, he's driving. Well, I hope you're using voice text, my good sir. Be careful. And that's a good reason why you're not commenting. So I'll let that one slide. But we got it triple signed. Jason Latour with his little remark. Robbie Rodriguez. and Stan Lee for $755.88. Again, not a best offer. It was even on this. So don't be afraid to contact people on eBay. You never know why they're selling something. They may overcharge. Like the person originally said that they were selling it for $1,500 because they said there were sales of just Stan Lee's signature alone selling for $2,500. Now that could intimidate some people, but because I do research and I know, and I replied to him, it's like that may be true, but I can guarantee you those were 9.8 books, because I talked about the little scuffing on the back, and I said that this book will not be a 9.8. So it doesn't matter what a 9.8 sells for with a Stan Lee signature, and I'm sure it was a yellow label from CGC. It's like, you're not going to get $1,500 for this book. And after we talked a little bit, they went down and agreed to the price that I was looking for. And again, you know, eBay sticks it to you with the taxes. So I won it for $700, but ended up ultimately paying a little bit over $755. I think this is not a bad deal at all, especially since I think this character has so much more room to grow. In my opinion, with Miles Morales, I think it's just a matter of time before they give her a live-action movie. I hope they don't do a TV show, because Disney Plus is not what it once was. And hopefully they'll start, when they get back to making movies again, they stop their nonsense and their political messages and actually start making quality movies like they used to. You know, when I was a kid, when you saw a movie, it was the event. You know, I remember seeing the original Batman 89, which of course they didn't call it Batman 89 then, but the first Batman movie, we actually saw it, a sneak preview Thursday before it opened on a Friday. And I remember being at the movie theater, and I was 18 at the time, and there was a line out the window, out the door. I mean, movies were an event, and people loved the movies. Nowadays, it's just, it's a shell of what it once was, and that's a shame. But I think a company is going to learn its lesson when they lose enough money. And when they start damaging the stockholders, the shareholders, especially at the Disney Corporation, and they're not the only one. It's pretty much all of Hollywood that's doing it. I think eventually you can only lose so much money until you start realizing it's time to make an adjustment, and something you wanted to push as a narrative is just not going to be accepted for the majority. That's my opinion. I'd love to hear yours. So, as usual, if I continue on, I'll rant for an hour, and I know maybe 5 of you love that. The rest of you would probably roll your eyes, say, here he goes again. So, again, let me know what you think about this book. Would you have bought it for that price? Would you have even contacted the person if you saw it listed for $1,500 without a best offer? Don't be afraid to make deals, because they're always out there, and like I said, the worst they can do is say no. So let's do the surprise subscriber shout out. And again, if you look on the bottom of the screen of this AI art thumbnail that I posted, first of all, I'd love to hear your opinion on the artwork. And then also, I'm looking to make a couple of different trades. Look on the screen, you'll see some of the books. If there's something else that you think I might be interested in that I didn't put down, I'm more than willing to listen. Check out the video I did probably about a week or two ago about all the books I'm willing to trade. I mean, if I needed to trade all, I think it's like 30 some odd books. If I needed to trade all 30 of them to get a Batman #1, I would at least consider it. I mean, some of the books I have are worth thousands of dollars in the trades, so it would have to be an even trade. But I'm willing to do what it takes, and I want to show people that sometimes you can acquire things without having to spend money. There's always ways. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'd love to hear your opinion. The surprise subscriber shout out today will go to Harvey Abel with his comment of, let me just stop you right there, Chris. It's barf, not ugh. Or arg. When I hear arg, or it is ugh. When I hear arg, I think of Charlie Brown when Lucy lifts the football every time she tells him that she'll hold it when he tries to kick it. So if you know the deal, Harvey, you've been watching my channel so long, post whatever link either to your channel, if you're still making videos, or your social network, or if you sell anything on Amazon, Etsy, eBay, whatever, you could post the link there instead. I'll leave that up to you. Of course, all links have to be verified, so if you are scrolling my comment section, and I hope you do, I love having to read people's comments, If you see a link, it means it has been verified. So go support them. And I want to thank the 11 people out of 20 viewers. So more than half the people hit the like button. Thank you for doing that. All right, so that'll be probably the last unboxing for a little while, at least as far as key issues are concerned. I have a whole bunch of books I have not opened in, probably some of them in years, but none of them are going to come close to books like this. But then again, you never know, because sometimes I forget because they've been there for so long. I did remember one time I did some that I didn't even write down what they were, and one of them ended up being a New Mutants 98, and I always wondered where it went to. So, Life is Good says that $2,500 box you said was amazing. Oh, yeah. Check out, and I posted a link to it in the video from yesterday in the comment section. Check out Jacob Morgan. I'm only saying his name because that's the name of his YouTube channel. I don't know if that's his real name, so I'm not trying to put anybody's personal information out. But his YouTube channel is called Jacob Morgan. He bought one of my Diamond Mystery boxes valued at $2,500, and he did an unboxing video of all the books that I put in there. And he didn't know what was in there until he made the video. So hopefully you'll check it out. Just go to the comment section of the video I made yesterday, and you'll see the link. Go subscribe to his channel. He doesn't have a lot of viewers. He doesn't have a lot of views on his video, so help give him the support. And I do sell mystery boxes. So that was the first one I sold in probably 4 years. I do anything from a basic package, which is like $25, up to a platinum package, which is $5,000. But you're going to get nothing but straight out key issues in every single one of those. So each package has 20 comics valued at whatever tier, and I guarantee you're going to be happy with them, and he was as well. So thank you for bringing that up, Life is Good. And that's it. So I'm starting to rant, and it's getting close to those long periods. So thank you for watching. Thank you to the 12 people that hit the like button. Don't forget, it's not only you. It's not I. It's We Love Comics. Leave a comment in the comments section. Let me know if you've ever had a manila envelope of death, and share your stories. And I'll see you next video.